What is going on, everybody? And welcome to the show. I'm your host, Big T, right here with all of you guys today. And this right here is your AEW Dynamite review and results show for today, Wednesday, June 21st, 2023. Bryan Danielson and Kazuchika Okada have a face-to-face confrontation here, and boy was it epic. I can't wait for Sunday at Forbidden Door to see what's going to go down with these two. What a great episode of AEW Dynamite tonight. So much more happened to build to Forbidden Door. So make sure you guys kick back, relax, get everything ready, and we're going to hit the music, hit the introductions. We'll get this party started in just a little bit, so stay right here. Everybody, in your AEW Dynamite review and results show for today, Wednesday, January 21st, 2023, will be coming your way next. Don't go away, I will be right back.
This is M-Dog20, Matt Cross. We're in Cleveland, Ohio, and you are checking out Beyond the Ring with my man, Big T. Thank you, man. Big T.
Hello, this is EC3 of TNA Wrestling, and you are so very fortunate because you are watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the bad boy Joey Janela, and you're watching Beyond the Ring. AEW.
Alright, everybody, how you doing out there? Welcome to the show. We're here for an AEW Dynamite extravaganza. Alright, guys. So, how you doing? I'm your host, Big T, right here with all of you guys today. And this is your AEW Dynamite review and results show for today, Wednesday, June 21st, 2023. And it's the summer solstice, guys. The summer solstice is upon us. And longest day of the year today. Too hot though. I want the colder weather back. I can't handle this heat. It's too much for me. This sucks. Sweating all day and uncomfortable all day. It's like, no, thank you. Give me the colder weather. It's so much better that way. But how you doing, everybody? I'm your host, Big T, right here with all of you guys today. And we're going to get on into everything here and talk about AEW Dynamite. So, let's do just that. Don't forget to leave your likes, comments, subscribe. Follow me on all my social media outlets. Call into the show using Skype on BigT_119. You can check out my website, BeyondTheRingWithBigT.com, all that stuff. Everything's there that you need. So, yeah, just keep on top of all that. Subscribe to the channel. And guys, we are going to get everything rocking and rolling here. So I hope that you are ready, because I sure am. AEW Dynamite review and results for Wednesday, June 21st. 2023. The American Dragon Bryan Danielson calls out the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada, Jeff Jarrett versus Mark Briscoe in a concession stand brawl, and so much more. So AEW Dynamite for today, Wednesday, June 21st, 2023. From the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois. So AEW still working around in Chicago. That's what we had. And it goes like this. Tonight's AEW Dynamite show will be the go-home show of AEW's Wednesday Night Dynamite before AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door on Sunday. And the American Dragon Bryan Danielson will be calling out Kazuchika Okada ahead of their dream match this weekend. Meanwhile, New Japan Pro Wrestling star Minoru Suzuki will be in action as he teams up with Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara as they compete against Action Andretti, Darius Martin, and AR Fox in six-man tag team action. After making a surprise return last week to confront Claudio Castagnoli, Eddie Kingston is going to appear once again, as fans get the chance to hear from him, while Adam Cole will also be speaking on the show. Chris Statlander is once again to defend her AEW TBS Women's Championship as she competes against Taya Valkyrie. Not a fan of Ty at all. Why Ty Valkyrie? But who has been pushing to claim her first title since joining AEW. There will also be the next step to crown the number one contenders for the AEW World Tag Team Championships, as the draw for the upcoming Blind Eliminator Tournament will be revealed. Speaking of the tag team division, Matt and Jeff Hardy, the Hardys, will be in action against the Guns, Austin and Colton, the Ass Boys, as the two teams aim to prove who the best brother team is in AEW, or who the best brother team in AEW truly is. Orange Cassidy is also set to team up with Katsuyori Shibata as they face Daniel Garcia and Zack Sabre Jr. Finally, Mark Briscoe will be in singles action as he competes against good old Double J Jeff Jarrett. And that's what we got. So, now taking a look at AEW Dynamite here. Let's see what the show gave us. We start off with tag team action. Who wants a little tag team match, everybody? Anybody feeling like they want a tag team match? It's all about the good old tag match. the Hardys and the Guns. I mean, honestly, you guys, I think you know where I'm at on this. I mean, I'm team Hardys all the way. Always been team Hardy. Yeah, it's just something about the Hardys. The Hardys are so damn cool. Love Matt and Jeff, you know. Matt and Jeff are just a great team. And it's good to see Jeff back. And it looks like Jeff is, getting healthy and he's staying healthy, which is great to see. I really do want the Hardys to win the AEW World Tag Team Championships, to be honest. I think they have all the capabilities to be great tag team champions in the AEW Tag Team division. So, just to tell you guys that right off the bat, because, I think that would be really great if it would happen. Matt and Jeff, they won tag team gold everywhere else, even in Ring of Honor. Why couldn't they get it in AEW? That's how I look at it. They should be able to get tag team gold in AEW. Which you gotta love AEW. I know I do. Actually, I always loved AEW. They've been great ever since they started. And I wish, I really do wish, that Matt and Jeff have a very successful run and win those tag titles, because if you remember, when the Hardys were originally supposed to win the tag titles the first time, that's when the whole unfortunate, string of events happened with Jeff, and it just turned out to not be, a good situation at all. I felt really bad. When Jeff got arrested, a lot of people said, this is Jeff's last chance, that he could possibly have before Tony Khan just cuts his losses and Jeff's out of wrestling for good. And, none of us want Jeff to not wrestle. I mean, we all want Jeff to wrestle. Let's just hope now Jeff is good to go, and Jeff, will keep himself clean, and we'll get to see him and Matt win numerous tag team championships. But yeah, it was pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Alright, let me see. You know what? Let's open up the water. Let's open up the water first, folks, because we do have some Fiji water here. There's the Fiji fact on the back. Natural artesian in Fiji. Rainfall slowly filters through volcanic rock, adding the vital minerals that give Fiji water its unique and refreshing taste. The water collects in an active, ancient artesian aquifer deep within the earth, where it is protected from external elements. It is the way nature intended water to be, untouched, because it is Earth's finest water. Let me tell you something, it is, and Fiji water, it's such good shit, pal. Can't argue with that. When something's good shit, pal. There we go. Cheers. Man, that's good. Nothing like an ice cold Fiji water to tickle your fancy. Alright. So I hope everybody's doing good out there. As far as a little update, Monday Night Raw review. You know, I was at Raw on Monday, so I wasn't able to review the show. You know, tonight's Dynamite. I don't know if tomorrow night I can get to it or not. I mean, you know, we'll see. Raw is something that we'll play by ear. I mean, don't worry. One of these days, you know, I'll definitely get to it. It's something that I definitely will get to. We'll just have to, you know, wait and see till when I can actually get to it. So, yeah, don't worry, guys. I'll find a way. I think everybody knows. Everybody knows at some point that I do find a way. I do find a way to get caught up on my shows. Except when I say I'm fully, you know, like I'm just fully taking time off. Which, you know, could be happening next week. Where I'll be taking another week off. So, if that happens, don't, you know, don't worry. And like, because I'll be back the week after. You know, heading into 4th of July, so... I mean, I'll always be here at one point or another. That's just me. Sometimes, just gotta take a little time off every now and again. And... it happens. How's Mama T? I see Mama T over there.
Well, some allergies tonight, you know?
Allergies?
Yeah, my eyes are burning. Yeah, but it's a season for hay fever and allergy reviews. Pollen. Yeah. I'm doing great.
I heard you sneezing a couple times.
I know, I sneezed like 8 times. Alright. I sneezed that crap out of the nose. Sinuses.
Yeah, that was the funny thing. I actually did hear you sneezing.
Yeah.
Mama T had some allergy sneezes.
That's good, right? Allergies.
It's such good shit, pal. It is, you know? Pal. And by the way, just in case you guys didn't know, Mama T, we got a couple more videos that don't really know the release dates as of yet, but I know Mama T was still thinking about it herself, exactly when she wanted to, you know, let them out there, but I do have 2 more videos filmed for Mama T's channel, so whenever she wants me to break them out, you know, and we get that going, it'll be fun. Trust me, it'll be really fun. We had a great cinnamon coffee cake that she made. So we did that, and then trying to think what else we got.
Is it Oreo cookies?
Oh yeah, the 110th anniversary, special anniversary of Oreos. Yeah, so we do have those. And that's all we got, and then... So you gotta start making some more content, so I have more videos in the can.
That's some Doritos.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It reads on the bag it's new, and I've seen those a year ago. You know, I guess they release them whenever, that's my point. Screwed up. And I see them on the west side of town, and I didn't buy them. And now I've seen them at a certain store, and here I get them. So I'll try it out. Taste test that.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. Because I know those were really good.
The one bag they were on last year, but I think because they take them, maybe it's only out in the summer. Summer was, I don't know. It's weird. I haven't seen them one time, and I've never seen them again.
It is weird.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I know.
It still reads new, I believe, on the bag. I'm like, it's not new. I seen them last year. But then after that, I haven't seen them at one place. I've never seen them, so maybe it is like new. Maybe they kept lost in a shuffle somewhere on one side of town. I don't know. Maybe now they're going to be all over the place.
Yeah, something weird happened. But I mean, yeah, so we'll have that, and
off the fly, something.
always figure out something, you know. We gotta keep stuff going on your channel at least every couple weeks, to where we can put something up and keep everybody. Because everybody, I'm sure, always wants to see what you got going on. Everybody does, trust me. Mama T's channel is a very, you know, yeah.
Quite a bit of views for nothing, you know, it's just shits and giggles. Fun.
A lot of people have fun with it, actually.
That's what it's there for, you know?
And I got a lot of fun filming it. It actually makes me laugh.
I'm trying to film it myself. Right?
Yeah.
I just not do it myself. It doesn't matter if something will go upside down here and there. No, it's in hands.
You know what? You're right. You are right about that. Alright, guys. So, let's see here. Let's get into the first part of business on AEW Dynamite tonight. And see what we do have. Because it's some pretty interesting shit. Alright. Well, what do you know to start off the show tonight? We have the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy versus the Guns, the Ass Boys of Austin Gunn and Colton Gunn. The Hardys work together with some classic double team moves to take control early on in this match. Jeff Hardy connects with a Whisper in the Wind to Austin Gunn. But Colton Gunn then takes a cheap shot at him from behind, which changes the momentum, as Colton then tags in and hits suplex to remain in control. Hardy ducks Colton in the corner and Jeff ducks Colton in the corner and tags in Matt Hardy, who starts taking down both of the Guns with clotheslines and then a side effect. Colton then gets launched outside of the ring while Austin turns into a twist of fate, but his brother puts his boot on the rope to break the pinfall. Colton then hangs him up on the ropes as Austin uses the ropes as well when trying to pin him, but Matt is able to kick out as Austin misses with a famouser, and Matt then looks for a twist of fate again, but Austin holds on to his brother, and that allows him to avoid the move. Jeff tags in and hits a double DDT before dropping Austin with a twist of fate. But as he looks for a Swanton Bomb, Bullet Club Gold appear, and Rock Hard Juice Robinson distracts the referee while Switchblade Jay White pushes him from the top turnbuckle, which allows the Guns to hit their double team finisher for the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. Your winners are Austin Colton of the Guns, the Ass Boys. Rock Hard Juice Robinson showed his face tonight. Rock Hard Juice Robinson. Mama T, what are your thoughts on Rock Hard Juice Robinson? Huh?
You really let me say it? I guess. Well, I'm not a weirdo, but, you know, I'm a woman, and I see on some of these nail-enhanced program, you know, things that guys take, pills or something, and it really gets you rock hard. And I wondered if this guy, I said it prior, didn't I? I did mention, I said, this has to be something a little weird here. And I picked it up, I laughed my butt off, I just wanted to read something on, I don't know what it was, something like ages match or something stupid, And I picked it up and I was reading it. I'm like, wow, someone just make rock hard. I thought of that wrestler anyway. Oh well, only he knows. Maybe that's where you got that nickname from. Rock hard.
Rock hard.
That's funny.
So,
no, that's okay. But for me to pick up a product that I know of in the store, I just felt like it, and then that's it around. How it wrestling.
So there you go, guys. Maybe Rock Hard Juice Robinson is doing those secret male enhancers, according to Mama T.
It's just funny, but that's what I read. Okay.
That's funny. Alright, guys. So as we continue on here. Let's see. Let's see. So we talked about Juice Robinson. Question is Juice on the juice? We don't know. But one thing we do know is that Juice Robinson is rock hard. He definitely lets us know at every turn that he is rock hard. Alright, so the Guns win thanks to Bullet Club Gold, and I don't know, I was kind of disappointed. Just because I wanted the Hardys to win. I really did. What's up, Eddie Chaos? How's it going, man? It's good to see you, Eddie. It's been a long time. Eddie, it's good to see you, man. It's always good to see Eddie when he can come on in. You should see, I just saw on my phone that Mama T, when she trimmed up my mustache earlier. And boy, oh boy. I noticed you just took one picture, the one of the side that wasn't trimmed and then the side that was.
Yeah.
And boy, you made it look good.
What was the difference? That thing was bad.
Let's see. Kenta versus CM Punk and Forbidden Door. Unfortunately, Eddie, we're not going to get it. Even though I would love to see it, we're not going to get it because they already made a match for CM Punk and Forbidden Door. Let me get the name of who he's facing. CM Punk, Forbidden Door. Alright. Because AEW announced it. Okay. The man that CM Punk will be facing at Forbidden Door is... Let's see, Sting Darby. CM Punk versus Satoshi Kojima. So there is no Kenta match at Forbidden Door. So Eddie will just have to wait and see if that ever happens. But yeah, it's CM Punk versus Satoshi Kojima at Forbidden Door. That's the match we're looking at right now. All in London? Yeah, I mean, they need big matches. That's for sure. They do need big matches for All In London. No doubt. And if they're going to do something, I think that would be a perfect thing to do, to be honest. Yeah, I'd be all in for that match, to be honest with you, for sure. Alright. So, let's see. Yeah, the Guns win. And then after the match, Bullet Club Gold jumps Matt Hardy as Switchblade Jay White drops Matt Hardy with a Blade Runner. And Rock Hard Juice Robinson hits Jeff Hardy with a right hand full of quarters. Absolute Ricky Starks then runs down, but he gets attacked due to the numbers game, and then FTR hit the ring to help, but the numbers are still against them. Enter CM Punk. He officially evens up the odds as the baby faces send the group packing. CM Punk then gets on the microphone and says he is a Collision guy, and he isn't supposed to be here. But he's like, "Oh, you guys, you will see us on Saturday night at Collision." So there you go, CM Punk actually addressing that he's not supposed to be on Dynamite, that he's a Collision guy. But they basically did this to build to another CM Punk match for Saturday night at Collision. This next match actually was very fun. And I'm excited to get into it. I hope you guys are ready to get into it as well, because this was a fun one. This really was a fun one. Alright, so this is what we had. Here we go. Jeff Jarrett, good old Double J Jeff Jarrett, goes one-on-one with Mark Briscoe in a concessions stand brawl. Mark Briscoe takes the fight to Jeff Jarrett, immediately launching him through a table before he pulls out some mustard and covers him as he then launches hot dogs into Jarrett's face. Jarrett turns things around by launching some popcorn at Mark Briscoe, but then one of the concession workers, one of the concession workers, he just comes out of nowhere and shows up and sprays spicy sauce into his eyes as it is revealed to be Jeff Jarrett's wife, Karen Jarrett. So Mark Briscoe quickly regains control, though, and he begins scaling a ladder, but Jarrett rolls down, only for Sanjay Dutt to appear and throw him off the ladder through a table, as both men then fight their way down the stairs as Briscoe dominates Jarrett, while also attacking Sanjay Dutt, as Mark Briscoe then uses a chair against Jeff Jarrett. However, Jay Lethal then turns up and attacks his so-called friend as they regain control due to the numbers advantage. Jay Lethal then tries to clear the timekeeper's area, but Papa Briscoe appears and chokeslams him through the table as he hits the ring and clotheslines Sanjay Dutt and Jeff Jarrett until Karen low blows Papa Briscoe. However, Mark then regains control, only for Satnam Singh to make his appearance as he nails, and I mean absolutely nails, Briscoe with a chokeslam. Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels and the Best Friends, Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, they arrive with the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon, and Ray Phoenix taking down the bigger man, Satnam Singh. Penta then nails a super kick to Jarrett, which allows Briscoe to get a schoolboy roll-up on Jarrett for the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. Your winner of the concession stands brawl is indeed Mark Briscoe. So some pretty cool shit right there. Alright. Eddie, absolutely. The AEW game's looking great. I remember when I pre-ordered WWE 2K23, I bought, when I pre-ordered that game, I remember I bought like $200 worth of PlayStation gift cards, and, because the WWE game was $120, because I knew AEW was going to come out with a game, and they did, and as soon as their pre-order was available, what was it, like even a month ago or whatever, I pre-ordered that game with the money I had left in my PlayStation wallet, and I can't wait for AEW Fight Forever. That game's going to be fucking amazing. I don't know if it's going to be better than 2K. It looks like it might be better than 2K, just because of WWE. It's got the old school arcade vibes, or like WWE No Mercy vibes, and it's made by THQ. you know, all those wrestling video games that I played when I was a kid, and those were some of the best fucking games you could get. So, you know, that's what drew me to it. And I'm super excited for it. Absolutely. The only games I ever really get anymore are wrestling games and sports games. Other than that, all the other games, I got the PlayStation, the online package, the PlayStation Plus, but I got the premium where you get the whole game catalog with it, and that's how I play most of my games. Otherwise, the only games I ever buy where I actually spend money on them anymore are the wrestling ones, or like your Madden ones, you know, games like that. Yep, that's right, yeah, THQ, they're the makers of SmackDown Here Comes the Pain for PlayStation 2, and that was one of the greatest wrestling games ever made. And Ukes. Yeah, it was THQ and Ukes that made SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, and they're the same ones doing AEW Fight Forever, so that's what's making me think AEW Fight Forever is just going to be one of those incredible games. And I'm excited to play it. I am really excited to play it. Yep, Ukes, man. And they knew how to make some good wrestling games, didn't they? Man, did they do a great job. So I'm pumped. I mean, I'm super, super pumped, man. So I'm excited for this. Like a kid in a candy store when it comes to wrestling video games. You don't believe me? Just ask Mama T. She'll tell you. She knows how much I love my wrestling video game. Man, I'd love to make my own wrestling video game. I love them all, man. I played WWE, the old WWF games, and WCW NWO Revenge, and even the ECW Hardcore Revolution game. I mean, I got them all. I literally collect wrestling games. I have all the video games. Now, though, you don't get them in physical form, you know? You have them in, digital form. Yeah, WCW Mayhem, I mean, man, there was so many good wrestling games. Even the ones on GameCube that people didn't know about, like WrestleMania 18, 19, Day of Reckoning 1 and 2. I mean, you know, I had all those games. I played every single one of them. So, I mean, you know, for AEW, for this to be their very first game, it's really exciting. It's a super exciting thing. Let's just hope it's as good as it looks. Jon Moxley. He is shown backstage with Konosuke Takeshita as they reveal it will be a 5-on-5 match at Forbidden Door, with Shota Umino teaming with them against the Elite. Bryan Danielson then says it will be clear that Kazuchika Okada is nothing more than an amateur, and if he does not show up tonight, he will prove what he is saying. So now we move on to an interesting match. We got Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki teaming up to take on Action Andretti, AR Fox, and Darius Martin. Sammy Guevara and Action Andretti kickstart this match and end up in a stalemate as they go for similar moves, but Sammy then opts to tag in Minoru Suzuki instead of his partner, instead of Jericho, Chris Jericho. Darius Martin also tags in, and he begins hitting Suzuki with chops and forearm strikes until Suzuki then does it with a greater impact. He and Chris Jericho then hit a double team shoulder tackle and then hit the La Sex Gods pose in the ring. AR Fox tags in during that and nails Jericho with a thrust kick, but Jericho then distracts referee Aubrey Edwards so that Sammy Guevara can knee AR Fox in the back to turn things around. Suzuki comes back in and throws big chops to Fox, but he is able to tag out as Andretti then begins taking the fight to Jericho with speed and energy as he dives outside the ring to wipe out Sammy before leaping from the top turnbuckle to attack Jericho. He then hits a shotgun dropkick, but his high-flying move doesn't work, and Suzuki catches him in a choke. Martin breaks that up by attacking him from behind, but he eats a big forearm for his troubles, only for Martin to respond with an enziguri. Sammy leaps into the ring with a double cutter, but he is sent flying as Fox drop kicks him, and Andretti then nails a moonsault and almost catches Jericho out, but he kicks out. Each wrestler then hits the ring as people quickly take the other out with finishes, with Martin nailing a flatliner to Jericho, yet he kicks out once more. Jericho is able to quickly turn things around, though, locking in the walls of Jericho to secure a win for his team. For a submission win, because, taps out. So your winners. Your winners are Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki. Renee Paquette then gets into the ring, but, Jericho takes the microphone from Renee and says it was a monumental moment in history last week when he shared the ring with Sting. Everyone was excited except for him. Jericho says he knows how selfish and egotistical Sting is, and, Jericho says the last Suzuki gods are challenging Sting and Darby Allin to find a partner to face them at Forbidden Door. Sting and Darby then come out and, he says they had a good moment, but it wasn't enough. He needs some time with Jericho, and he plans on doing that on Sunday. And he accepts Jericho's lame challenge, as Sting calls it. Jericho wants to know who their partner is, and Darby says that Jericho will find out at Collision on Saturday night. And the crowd even booed that because the crowd wanted to know. It's almost like, is Sammy Guevara gonna defect and turn on Jericho and be the partner in their match on Sunday? We don't really know. We don't. But it's interesting. Tony Schiavone and RJ City are shown drawing the blind eliminator tag teams, and they will announce the brackets next week. So the blind eliminator tag teams, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. So far, so good. AEW Dynamite, shaping up to be a solid show. And continuing to be solid. Which, let's continue on and see what we got for the rest of it, shall we? Alright, so next up, Adam Cole speaks. The Elite are shown backstage, and Kenny Omega says a lot of people hate the Blackpool Combat Club. When they needed a friend, they found an unexpected one. And Eddie Kingston appears. as he says they are not friends, but he hates Claudio Castagnoli more. And he will pick the 5th person, and he will make the announcement. Adam Cole then appears and admits MJF gave him one of his hardest matches ever, and he didn't win, but neither did MJF. Adam Cole says it was smart to not go 5 more minutes, but it was the coward's way out. Adam Cole claims that if MJF wants to be the best, then he has to face anyone who gets in his way. And MJF has still never beaten him. And Adam Cole then calls out the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, MJF. MJF then comes out and congratulates Adam Cole because he came back better than ever last week. And MJF says that Adam Cole is welcome for him, dragging that out of him again. MJF then claims that had time not run out, MJF says he would have beaten Adam Cole last week. He had Adam Cole beaten last week. MJF denies Adam Cole's attempt at a rematch, and instead, Adam Cole suggests they fight now. Tony Schiavone then tries to talk to them, and they both tell Tony Schiavone to shut up. Tony Schiavone then reveals that the first 2 names he pulled out of the Tag Team Blind Eliminator Tournament were them. MJF and Adam Cole, and they will be teaming up, which is something that neither of them wants. So, that'll be interesting to see what exactly is going to go down with that. I'm like, holy shit. Hiroshi Tanahashi then shows up on the big screen on the Titantron and tells MJF he dares him to show up on Sunday. MJF says for the millionth time he is not going to be there. However, Adam Cole cuts MJF off and says MJF thinks that Tanahashi is better than him, which is why he will not accept the match. Adam Cole gets the crowd chanting coward at MJF. And this leads to MJF accepting Tanahashi's challenge for Forbidden Door. Adam Cole then says, good luck, partner. That was pretty cool. MJF, right here, so I'm about to read. MJF and Adam Cole are going to be a part of this, tag team tournament or whatnot. Well, I'm going to explain to you exactly how this is all going to go. I mean, at least with, MJF's match and everything, so hope you guys are ready for this one. Let me talk to you. MJF to make his first ever AEW Rampage appearance this week. AEW World Heavyweight Champion Maxwell Jacob Friedman is set to make his first ever appearance on AEW Rampage this Friday night. On Wednesday night's AEW Dynamite, MJF was already falling into what is shaping up to be a long few weeks, with him officially agreeing to a title defense against New Japan Pro Wrestling's Hiroshi Tanahashi on Sunday at Forbidden Door. Moreover, MJF was also revealed to be Adam Cole's tag team partner in the upcoming Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament. And MJF's ongoing rival Adam Cole will also be on this Friday's AEW Rampage. It can be assumed that both men will be a part of the same segment, continuing their ongoing rivalry. Last week on AEW Dynamite, the 2 men faced off in an AEW World Heavyweight Championship Eliminator match, which ended in a 30-minute time limit draw. Though AEW Rampage has been on the air for nearly 2 years, MJF has never appeared on the show. This fact was actually brought up on AEW programming in a promo segment during the build-up to Double or Nothing, where it was also highlighted that MJF had never appeared on either of the now defunct AEW YouTube shows Dark or Dark Elevation. MJF will defend his AEW World Heavyweight Championship this Sunday night at the AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door pay-per-view event, after having spent a few weeks digging deeper into his disdain for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Though he had initially declined to face Hiroshi Tanahashi at the event, MJF was goaded into accepting the match by Adam Cole on AEW Dynamite. So, there you go. MJF will finally be wrestling on an AEW program that's not named Dynamite. Which I think is pretty cool. Alright. Another big thing on Collision on Saturday night. Hiroshi Tanahashi is set to make his AEW Collision debut against Swerve Strickland. Canadian fans are set to get a double dose of New Japan Pro Wrestling's ace, as Hiroshi Tanahashi is now set to compete on AEW Collision after MJF officially accepted a match against Hiroshi Tanahashi at Forbidden Door on AEW Dynamite. It was announced that Hiroshi Tanahashi would face Swerve Strickland on Collision this Saturday night. Tanahashi joins a big card for the second episode of Collision, which will also feature CM Punk in action against FTR, Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood, and Absolute Ricky Starks against Switchblade Jay White, Rock Hard Juice Robinson, and the Guns, the Ass Boys, Austin and Colton. The show will also include Brody King squaring off against Andrade El Idolo, as well as the second match in the women's side of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, which will see Nyla Rose face New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Champion Willow Nightingale. Hiroshi Tanahashi has a hectic weekend of wrestling. Following his match against Swerve Strickland on Saturday, Tanahashi will face AEW World Heavyweight Champion MJF for his AEW World title the following day at AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door. The match was announced last week, however, MJF repeatedly claimed he wouldn't show up for it before he was goaded into accepting the match by Adam Cole. Collision's debut saw a strong initial rating averaging 816,000 viewers, with a third of those falling in the key adults age 18 to 49 key demographic. Although ticket sales lagged for Collision in Canada, sales picked up following the debut episode of Collision and CM Punk's return to AEW. Additionally, ticket prices for the Canadian Collision dates have been lowered. So there you go. And Satoshi Kojima comments on facing CM Punk at AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door. On this week's AEW Dynamite, it was announced that CM Punk will be facing Satoshi Kojima at AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door. Following the announcement, Kojima reacted to the news on Twitter, simply tweeting, "Is this a dream? Now I'm eating bread and looking at this information, but it must be real. I'll do my best. Thank you." AEW CEO Tony Khan jokingly responded to Kojima's tweet, saying, "It's very real, my friends. See you this weekend. Punk and Kojima's match at Forbidden Door will be part of the first round of the Men's Owen Hart Foundation tournament, with the rest taking place on the June 29, 2023 edition of AEW Collision, with CM Punk on the card for Forbidden Door. The second edition of the event is shaping up to be a good one, with many big matches on the card. New Japan Pro Wrestling star Kazuchika Okada will face the American Dragon Bryan Danielson in a high-profile match, while there will also be a big rematch between IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. A first-time ever face-off between Chris Jericho and Sting will also take place at the event, in a trios match where Jericho will team up with Minoru Suzuki and Sammy Guevara to face Sting, Darby Allin, and a mystery partner who will be announced on AEW Collision. Punk was long rumored to be facing Kenta at Forbidden Door, with Kenta frequently tweeting about wanting the bag to make the match happen. However, it was recently reported that the match had been off the table for some time now. Now, as far as why that is, who knows? But that is everything I know at this current moment. So a little bit of a spoiler for Rampage. It doesn't give a result for matches, but it does give us this. So let me tell you this. Adam Cole match for Forbidden Door revealed on AEW Rampage. AEW taped the June 23rd episode of AEW Rampage immediately after Wednesday's live AEW Dynamite at the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois. During the taping, a new match for Sunday's AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door pay-per-view was set up. So, this is what we do have. According to spoilers shared by Fightful, Adam Cole came out to cut a promo where he addressed his issues with MJF and the fact that he'd have to team up with the AEW World Heavyweight Champion in the upcoming Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament. Adam Cole's promo was cut short by MJF, who urged AEW CEO Tony Khan to book a match between Adam Cole and New Japan Pro Wrestling star Tom Lawler. Thereafter, Tom Lawler, a former MMA fighter, and his New Japan Pro Wrestling ally, Royce Isaacs, appeared from the crowd and brutally attacked Adam Cole, setting up the match for Forbidden Door. According to fans at the arena, MJF stuck around and mocked and beat down Adam Cole, pretending to care for his tag team partner in the upcoming tournament. So, Tom Lawler's cameo on Rampage would mark his first time ever appearance on AEW programming. The former New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Openweight champion wrestled for New Japan Pro Wrestling at the Collision event in Philadelphia on April 16th, where he teamed up with Isaacs and Jorel Nelson in a trios match against Bad Dude, Tito, Shane Haste, and Zack Sabre Jr. Prior to that, Lawler wrestled Sabre Jr. for the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Television title at Capital Collision in what was a widely praised match. The addition of Lawler vs. Cole means that the card for AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door is nearly set. The second installment of the interpromotional event will be headlined by Bryan Danielson versus Kazuchika Okada, Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay, CM Punk versus Satoshi Kojima, and MJF versus Hiroshi Tanahashi, among several other matches, as the show will also mark the first instance of Chris Jericho and Sting squaring off in a wrestling ring. So, there's a little more news I was able to give you. Can't say I never try. Alright, folks, so let's keep it going. What's up, Jordan? How you doing? Alright. Let's take a look now and see what we got next on AEW Dynamite. Alright. Katsuyori Shibata and Orange Cassidy against Zack Sabre Jr. and Daniel Garcia in a tag team match. Katsuyori Shibata and Zack Sabre Jr. start things out showcasing their grappling skills, but both men tag out as Daniel Garcia takes control of the match early on as he dances in the top turnbuckle, and then both tag out with Sabre Jr. being taken down as they then go back and forth once again with their grappling qualities. Garcia then comes in and eats forearm strikes from Shibata, as Orange Cassidy then comes in as well. So he mocks Daniel Garcia's dance and then hits a drop kick and takes down Garcia. Sabre Jr. then tags in, and Orange Cassidy starts his kicks, but then he turns things around by dropping Sabre Jr. to the mat as he twists his legs around Orange Cassidy's neck. Sabre Jr. then begins connecting with several heavy forearm strikes as he then stomps down Cassidy's elbow. But Shibata is able to tag in and he starts unloading big kicks to his opponents. Garcia goes for Shibata's pose, but that leads to them doing Orange Cassidy's slow kicks. With both men in the corner, they run and boot them as Orange Cassidy then dives outside the ring to Zack Sabre Jr. and Shibata hits a big drop kick in the corner. Orange Cassidy hits a DDT to Zack Sabre Jr. but then gets taken out by Garcia, who eats a pump kick from Shibata as he locks it in tight and then nails a big boot to Sabre Jr. for his efforts. However, Garcia manages to avoid an orange punch and he nails Shibata accidentally. Sabre Jr. catches Orange Cassidy in a submission as Garcia rolls up Shibata for the 1-2-3 and the pin in the win. Your winners by pinfall, Zack Sabre Jr. and Daniel Garcia. And did anybody notice that Daniel Garcia's fly on his pants was open the whole match? It looked like it to me on TV. And I like in the front, it's like his fly was unzipped. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is this on purpose? Did they want to do this as a joke? I didn't get it, but it was fucking weird. It was really fucking weird. See, I catch these little details, you know? I managed to catch little details. Anyway, Will Ospreay is then shown backstage as he slags off Canada as Don Callis then appears, and Don Callis says that Will Ospreay needs special security and he's going to make his own security available to him as he just wants to see a fair fight. So Don Callis still trying to make life very difficult for Kenny Omega. Alright. Now we got a women's match. We got a match for the AEW TBS Championship. We got Chris Statlander, the AEW TBS Champion, defending her AEW TBS Championship against Taya Valkyrie. Not a fan of Taya Valkyrie at all. Just not. I don't know why she's getting a shot at the championship, you know, with Statlander. I don't understand. I don't get it. Makes no sense to me. You know, it just doesn't. It really, really doesn't. But I'm not a Taya Valkyrie fan at all. Chris Statlander takes Taya Valkyrie down with a shoulder tackle and then unloads several chops before following up with forearms as Statlander then looks to run into her challenger in the corner, but she gets cut off with a huge slap from Taya, who then unloads several more as Taya then hits her own before swiping the legs of, Statlander then hits her own before swiping the legs of Taya, as she then dumps her to the outside and catches her with a kick to the head. Statlander hits a moonsault from the apron to the floor to take Valkyrie down once again, but as she tries to get back into the ring, Valkyrie sends her flying with a shotgun drop kick after throwing Statlander around the outside of the ring, as she continues with chops in the corner, as Valkyrie drops Statlander down to the bottom turnbuckle and then hits a running knee strike. Both women, they go back and forth with punches, and they then take each other out by having the same idea to hit big kicks to the head, as Statlander hits a running knee before planting Taya down to the mat, but she is able to kick out. Taya then responds with a move of her own, but Statlander gets another near fall after a discus lariat as momentum swings once again as Taya nails a spear, as she then hits a German suplex as she slides out of the ring at the same time. Taya goes to the top rope, but Statlander cuts her off to then hit a superplex and the Wednesday Night Fever to get the 1-2-3 and the pin in the win to retain the AEW TBS Championship. So your winner and still the AEW TBS Champion is indeed Chris Statlander. So Statlander's still your AEW TBS Champion. Pretty good stuff. Alright guys, so far so good for AEW Dynamite. Let me know how you guys felt about the show so far. I thought it was a very good show that they put together, but we're not done yet. We had a great closing to the show tonight that you guys are about to hear about from me, so we'll get into that. Okay. Let's take a look here, guys. Are you ready? Because... hold on here. It is now time for the main event of the evening on AEW Dynamite tonight. And it's not a match, but we did have a segment. And this segment was very, very interesting. So Eddie Kingston talks, right? Eddie Kingston comes down to the ring and he says he's out here because the Elite left, as he told them he doesn't respect them. Eddie Kingston says there's a lot going on that he doesn't like or agree with, especially a certain somebody that is supposed to be his homeboy that is mad he is teaming with the Young Bucks. However, he can't stand Claudio Castagnoli at all, and he doesn't care if he and Jon Moxley have a problem. So Jon Moxley appears in the crowd and tells Eddie Kingston that he is drawing a line on Sunday. However, Eddie Kingston says that it is Jon Moxley who drew the line when he decided to team up with that scumbag Claudio Castagnoli. And Jon Moxley then says, every time. But he then stops himself as Eddie Kingston tells him to say it. He reveals that the fifth man for their team on Sunday will be the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishii. Tomohiro Ishii makes his way out, and the Blackpool Combat Club appear and start brawling with the two of them, taking control with the numbers advantage. So, the American Dragon Bryan Danielson, he gets on the microphone and he calls out Kazuchika Okada and says if Okada doesn't come out, he's going to stomp Tomohiro Ishii's face and stomp his head in, which Danielson was about to start doing, but that led to the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada. He's kidding, and he ran down to the ring, and Okada's in the ring with Danielson, and he gets in and he stares down Danielson, and the crowd was going nuts, with both men facing off. Wheeler Yuta jumps Okada to set up the Busaiku knee, but he avoids it and Danielson nails Yuta instead, as Okada looks to hit the Rainmaker on Danielson, but he avoids it just in time, and instead he hits Yuta with the Rainmaker. And that's how AEW Dynamite goes off the air tonight. But I'll tell you, that face-to-face confrontation with Kazuchika Okada and the American Dragon Bryan Danielson, amazing stuff. The face-to-face confrontation was classic. Absolute classic. Now, as far as CM Punk and Kenta, there is more announced here. There's more, let's see. Kazuchika Okada confronts Bryan Danielson on AEW Dynamite. Let me get into this first. During the closing moments of AEW Dynamite, New Japan Pro Wrestling's Kazuchika Okada answered Bryan Danielson's repeated call-outs ahead of their match at AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door on Sunday, after Danielson's fellow Blackpool Combat Club member Jon Moxley confronted Eddie Kingston in the ring. The rest of the Blackpool Combat Club joined in for a brawl. With Kingston and Tomohiro Ishii, Danielson grabbed the microphone to call out Okada, as he had been promising to do all night, and Okada answered the call and hit the Blackpool Combat Club's Wheeler Yuta with 2 Rainmakers in the process. Danielson and Okada will be facing off for the first time ever at Forbidden Door, as the match came about after Danielson laid out the challenge in a video that aired at New Japan Pro Wrestling Dominion earlier this month. Okada accepted soon after, and the match was made official as the main event of Forbidden Door. The match has been built by both men as a battle to see who really is the best wrestler in the world. Danielson's work in AEW and Ring of Honor and WWE has spoken for itself amongst many wrestling fans across the years. Okada as well has been known for his incredible in-ring work, most notably his series of matches against Kenny Omega throughout 2017 and into 2018. So, yeah. Let's see. CM Punk versus Kenta. Because I know Eddie was asking about that earlier, but CM Punk versus Kenta is reportedly scrapped for AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door 2023. AEW New Japan Forbidden Door hits this weekend with only 4 matches official. The card is still highly anticipated largely due to Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay and Kazuchika Okada versus Bryan Danielson, and for a while it seemed as though CM Punk vs. Kenta was destined to join the litany of dream matches coming this Sunday. Alas, that one is apparently not to be. According to Fightful Select, the idea of a Punk Kenta match is off, with some question as to the degree of how much it was ever really on. Kenta has been adamant about the fact that he sees no reason for the match to take place unless certain conditions were met, namely money. How much of that was a front for a match he knew wasn't going to happen remains to be seen, but by the time Kenta tweeted about a match between him and Punk never happening. Over the weekend, the rumored match was already dead. This leaves Punk's presence at Forbidden Door up in the air. Other options were being put on the table as possibilities, but the wealth of New Japan Pro Wrestling's top talent has supposedly already been set for matches of their own. While they have yet to be announced, it would take a little bit of reshuffling in order to get the returning former AEW World Champion CM Punk on the card with a worthy opponent. And does this mean that Kenta won't be involved at all in this year's cross-promotional Super Show? Matches that are planned to occur on Sunday are Jungle Boy Jack Perry challenging Sonata for the IWGP World Heavyweight title, MJF putting the AEW World Heavyweight Championship on the line against Hiroshi Tanahashi, though MJF has hidden he may not show up for the match. More matches for Forbidden Door are expected to be announced on AEW Dynamite and possibly later in the week on AEW Rampage and AEW Collision. I mean, Forbidden Door is going to be a great show. It really is going to be a great fucking show. Anybody who doesn't think so, I don't know what to tell you, because you're really going to miss out on a lot if you sleep on this. I really think this is not something that anybody should be sleeping on. This show is going to be really good. Really, really good. So, yeah, that's just my opinion. You know, that I'm sharing with you guys, but I'm telling you, this is going to be a damn good show. Let's see, what else do we got? There is, I mean, we all know who CM Punk is facing now, but here's something as to what everybody was thinking earlier in the day. On an update on possible CM Punk AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door opponents with Kenta off the table. For years, fans have been wanting to see a battle of the go-to-sleep between CM Punk and Kenta. The move both men now use as their finishers at first. The match seemed as if it would be happening at AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door this Sunday. But it now seems that it is unlikely to be the case. While the status of Kenta heading into the pay-per-view remains unknown, it seems as if Punk is still slated to appear at the event in some capacity. In an update to a report released earlier today, Fightful Select noted that although the door is still open for Punk to do nothing more than make an appearance at Forbidden Door, United Empire's Jeff Cobb, El Phantasmo, and Satoshi Kojima have been put forth as potential opponents for Punk. The report additionally reiterated that changes to programming had been made accordingly over this past week. Rumblings that the match would come to fruition have been swirling for weeks, but hopes were apparently dashed after Kenta took to his Twitter to proclaim that the match stood no chance of happening without the right price being named for him a couple of weeks ago. Interestingly enough, Kenta has expressed his desire to stand toe-to-toe with the Second City Saint CM Punk in the Squared Circle for years. As of this writing, 4 other matches have been announced for the Forbidden Door card, including a highly anticipated match between Kazuchika Okada and Bryan Danielson, an AEW World Heavyweight Championship match against MJF and Hiroshi Tanahashi, an IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match between Sonata and Jungle Boy Jack Perry, and an IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship match between Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. So that was something there. As far as, let's see, what else do we got? The other matches going into the show look like this. Blackpool Combat Club to team with Shota Umino against the Elite at the Forbidden Door. The second ever Forbidden Door event is just around the corner, and AEW has added a huge 10-man tag team match to the card. Jon Moxley and the rest of his comrades in the Blackpool Combat Club have appeared on this week's AEW Dynamite to challenge the Elite to a match at Forbidden Door on June 25th. With the Blackpool Combat Club's Bryan Danielson already busy on the 25th, Jon Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, Claudio Castagnoli, and Kazuchika Okada have enlisted the help of Moxley's protege shooter, Shota Umino. While the Blackpool Combat Club's side of the match had already amassed their forces, IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion Kenny Omega also has his hands full on June 25th, meaning the Elite needed not one but two extra team members to face the Blackpool Combat Club in 10-man tag team action. The fourth member of the team was later revealed to be Eddie Kingston, who announced that the fifth member was the Stone Pitbull Tomohiro Ishii. The Blackpool Combat Club has been a perpetual thorn in the side of the Elite for a few months now, with their gravest wound to the Elite's morale being the recruitment of Konosuke Takeshita. Once a popular babyface, Takeshita has been taken under the wing of the devious Don Callis, seemingly to spite Callis' former, protege, Kenny Omega, which I'm sure will lead to a one-on-one match between those two eventually. Chris Jericho and Sting to face off in trios match at AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door. Chris Jericho and Sting are set to meet in the ring for the first time ever at AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door this Sunday in a trios match. After his match alongside Sammy Guevara and Minoru Suzuki on AEW Dynamite, Chris Jericho called out the Icon Sting for a match at Forbidden Door. Sting accepted the match against Jericho, Guevara, and Suzuki, and Sting will be teaming up with Darby Allin and a mystery partner who will be revealed on AEW Collision this Saturday night. Though both men have extensive wrestling careers, they never met inside the squared circle. They were briefly in WCW at the same time, but Jericho spent the majority of his career in WWE, while Sting famously did not. Although the time may have passed for those hoping for a one-on-one match, the trios match is sure to bring a lot to the table, given Sting's in-ring performances in AEW up to this point. So, there you go. That's pretty interesting. And then when it was finally made official, CM Punk to take on Satoshi Kojima in an Owen Hart tournament match at Forbidden Door. The Owen Hart Cup is set to kick off on Sunday, and the first match will see CM Punk take on former IWGP Heavyweight Champion Satoshi Kojima at Forbidden Door on June 25th in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. The full men's and women's brackets were announced on AEW Dynamite, putting to rest the question of where the recently returned CM Punk on the Forbidden Door card. The rest of the first round matches in the Cup will take place at the June 29th edition of AEW Collision in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Dustin Rhodes will face Powerhouse Hobbs, Samoa Joe will battle Roderick Strong, and Bullet Club Gold's Rock Hard Juice Robinson will face Absolute Ricky Starks. The winner of Punk vs. Kojima will face the winner of Samoa Joe vs. Roderick Strong, meaning it's possible that Punk will face his old Ring of Honor rival in the semifinal showdown. A showdown between the two was teased in Punk's return match this last Saturday when he teamed with FTR to take on Joe and the Bullet Club. Bullet Club Gold. Punk had initially been rumored to face Kenta at Forbidden Door, but recent reports say that the match was unable to come to fruition, though there is no word on whether Punk versus Kenta would have been an Owen Hart Cup match. So, Lisa, how are you? Lisa says, always a pleasure. Sleep tight. AEW, AEW, AEW. That's right, gotta chant for AEW. I love it. I love it. Okay. Couple more little bits of news here. There's a lot of news about Forbidden Door, which I thought was pretty cool. Let's see. Owen Hart Foundation Tournament Women's Bracket revealed in AEW Dynamite. The A-Women Bracket has been revealed for this year's Owen Hart Foundation Tournament on AEW Dynamite. The bracket features last year's winner, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, as well as Ruby Soho, Anna Jay, Sky Blue, Nyla Rose, New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Champion Willa Nightingale, Ring of Honor Women's Champion Athena, and Billy Starks. The first match in the bracket will be this Friday in AEW Rampage, with Anna Jay facing off against Sky Blue. First round matches will continue through the weekend, with Nyla Rose and Willa Nightingale facing off on AEW Collision this Saturday, and Athena versus Billy Starks during the AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door 0-hour pre-show. The final first round match will be a rematch of last year's finals with Britt Baker versus Ruby Soho, and it will take place next week on AEW Dynamite. The rest of the bracket will be happening throughout AEW's Canadian tour over the coming weeks. And Britt Baker came out on top of last year's women's bracket after beating Ruby Soho at Double or Nothing. The rematch between Britt Baker and Ruby Soho on AEW Dynamite additionally serves to further the ongoing Outcast versus Originals storyline. Okay, trying to think which direction I want to go in next in these couple stories that I do have here. Let's see. Alright, because I can't believe how much news came out about Forbidden Door. Forbidden Door, actually, a lot did come out regarding the show. It's going to be a big show. It's just something about when you get New Japan Pro Wrestling mixed up, into all of this. I love New Japan Pro Wrestling a lot. I think you guys know that. I really do love New Japan. They have great wrestlers, great matches. It's just something I really, really like a lot. But let's see here. MJF and Adam Cole announced as partners for the AEW Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament. MJF and Adam Cole, the first team announced as participating in the AEW Blind Eliminator Tag Team Tournament during Wednesday's edition of AEW Dynamite. Tony Schiavone announced that the two men were the first names to be drawn as part of the tournament. Much to their dismay, the reigning AEW World Heavyweight Champion, MJF, had just been called out to the ring by Adam Cole in response to the time limit draw in their AEW World Title Eliminator match last week. What's up, Hunter? How you doing? Yes, New Japan Pro Wrestling is awesome. A heated exchange of words between them followed before Hiroshi Tanahashi joined in on the fun by appearing on the big screen on the Titantron and daring MJF to show up for their AEW World Title match at Forbidden Door in Toronto this Sunday. While the rules of the tournament have yet to be unveiled, the winners of the tournament will earn a shot at FTR's AEW World Tag Team Championships. Wrestling Observer's Andrew Zarian did note that the tournament will function in the same manner as WCW's Lethal Lottery tournament throughout the 1990s. Teams in the tournament were decided through a random draw and would go up against one another, with the winners of those matches advancing to the Battle Royal. So, this is what this is mimicking here. So at least there's a little more, stuff to go on with this. Toni Storm and Willow Nightingale for the AEW Women's World Title set for Forbidden Door. For the second year in a row, Toni Storm will be in a match for the AEW Women's World Championship at AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling's Forbidden Door pay-per-view. Only this year, Toni Storm will be carrying the gold into the event. On Wednesday night's episode of AEW Dynamite, AEW announced that Toni Storm will be defending her AEW Women's World Title against Willow Nightingale on Sunday night. Willow Nightingale is the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Champion, but her title will not be on the line in Sunday's match. Willow Nightingale became the inaugural title Strong Women's Champion. The inaugural holder of the championship back in May when she defeated Mercedes Moné in the final of the tournament to crown the first champion at New Japan Pro Wrestling's Resurgence event. Nightingale was the beneficiary after Moné suffered an injury during the match. Toni Storm and Willow Nightingale were on opposing sides of a tag team match on the debut episode of AEW Collision this past Saturday night. Willow Nightingale and Sky Blue teamed up to defeat Toni Storm and her Outcast cohort Ruby Soho in a match that saw Sky Blue pin Ruby Soho to secure the victory. Toni Storm has been AEW Women's World Champion since she dethroned Jamie Hayter at last month's Double or Nothing pay-per-view. At last year's Forbidden Door pay-per-view, Toni Storm unsuccessfully challenged Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's World Championship. So there you go. 2 more quick stories, and then we're out of here, guys. Orange Cassidy to defend AEW International title in a fatal 4-way match at Forbidden Door. Orange Cassidy's next defense of the AEW International Championship is official for this Sunday at AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door after Orange Cassidy and Katsuyori Shibata were defeated by Zack Sabre Jr. and Daniel Garcia on AEW Dynamite. It was confirmed that Orange Cassidy would be defending the title against all 3 men in a 4-way match. Orange Cassidy had previously mentioned Zack Sabre Jr. as a possible opponent at the post-Double or Nothing media scrum last week. Sabre Jr. confronted Orange Cassidy in a backstage segment on AEW Dynamite with the interruption from Garcia. Orange Cassidy's reign is no stranger to multi-man matches, with his defense at Double or Nothing having been a 21-man battle royal. Interestingly, the first international champion, then known as the All-Atlantic champion, was crowned in the fatal 4-way match at last year's Forbidden Door pay-per-view. That match saw the inaugural champion Pac come out on top in a match against Clark Connors, Miro, and Malachi Black. Since Pac's win, the only title change has been Orange Cassidy's championship victory in October. As of this writing, Orange Cassidy has successfully defended the belt a staggering 24 times. Damn, that's pretty impressive. And finally, guys, Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy is temporarily written off of AEW television due to inability to get into Canada. Some fans may have been surprised to see the Hardys suffer a loss to the Guns on Wednesday night's episode of AEW Dynamite, but according to a new report, there is a necessary reason behind the outcome, and the beating the Hardys suffered afterward at the hands of the Bullet Club Gold's Switchblade Jay White, Rockhard Juice Robinson, and the Guns Austin and Colton. According to Fightful Select, the post-match angle on AEW Dynamite is intended to write Jeff Hardy off of AEW programming while AEW is running its tour of Canada. Jeff is unable to enter the country of Canada due to his history of run-ins with law enforcement. The most recent was a DUI case in Florida that stemmed from a traffic stop in June of 2022 that resulted in Jeff's arrest. A plea agreement in February allowed him to avoid any further jail time. It was his third DUI arrest since 2019. AEW suspended Jeff Hardy following his most recent arrest. After that case was closed, he returned to AEW Dynamite in April and reunited with his brother Matt Hardy. Their defeat on Wednesday's Dynamite is their first loss in tag team action since they reformed. AEW's Summer Tour of Canada begins with Saturday night's Collision from the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario. AEW will not hold another show in the United States until it holds AEW Dynamite at the TD Boston Garden in Boston, Massachusetts on July 19th, which will be 4 weeks from tonight, so a whole month in Canada. Wow. There you go, guys. That's everything you need. That's all the news. Now, as far as my rating scale for AEW Dynamite tonight, it was an awesome show. I loved it. I had a lot of fun with it. So I'll tell you guys this much. My rating on a scale of 1 to 10 for AEW Dynamite tonight for today, Wednesday, June 21st, 2023, gets the old 10 out of 10 plus right there. And the 2 thumbs up at the Big T seal of approval. Today was the summer solstice, too, you know, the hottest day of the year. And we got a hot episode of AEW Dynamite tonight, so it was great stuff. It's such good shit, pal. But anyway, there you go, guys. So I will see you guys next time. And yes, there will be a next time for me. Right here on Beyond the Ring with Big T. That'll be for your WWE Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage review results show sometime on Saturday. I'll try to do Monday Night Raw review results sometime either tomorrow on Thursday night or Friday in the afternoon. I'll figure that out. We'll see. Because I got to get caught up on that. And, so yeah, don't forget us and we won't forget you. And of course, if you want the best, and yes, I do mean the absolute best for all of your professional wrestling needs, right here on the internet and right here on YouTube.com today, always remember to think Beyond the Ring with Big T. And then, of course, everybody, you know, let's see what else we got. Yeah, SmackDown and Rampage on Saturday. SmackDown Rampage on Saturday. Raw maybe tomorrow or Friday afternoon. We'll see. But I'll get there, guys. I'll get there. Just be patient with me and we'll get there. So, and then, you know, of course, don't forget, you know, as always, thank you very much for watching and listening to your AEW Dynamite review results show for today, Wednesday, June 21st, 2023. It was a great show, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. And let's finish off the Fiji water. Cheers to you guys. Alright, guys. Whew, that was good water. It's such good shit, pal. Okay. So, yeah, that wraps it up for tonight. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed the show. And, I can't wait to see you guys back here again pretty soon. So, enjoy summer. We're now officially, I think summer's official now. Let's see. First day of summer 2023. Yeah, June 21st. So today was it. So yeah, enjoy summer. It's officially here now. And, thank you, AEW and Tony Khan, for a great show tonight, because it was awesome. And everybody, of course, you guys know how it is. As always, Always remember and never ever forget that I'm your host, Big T. I'll see all of you at the matches. Don't forget to leave your likes, comment, subscribe, donate to the channel, all that good stuff. I'll see you for Monday Night Raw review results possibly tomorrow night. Then SmackDown and Rampage on the weekend. But yeah, so anyway, guys, it was fun. It's always fun being here with you and doing another good show, especially when we got a good show like AEW Dynamite was tonight. That makes it even better. And thank you to Mama T for making the old mustache look great. A movie star mustache now, thanks to Mama T. But of course, guys, always remember, never forget, I'm your host, Big T. I'll see all of you at the matches, and I'll see all you guys either tomorrow or Thursday for Monday Night, or tomorrow or Friday for a WWE Monday Night Raw review results. So take care, everybody. I love you all. And of course, good night, everybody. Ha 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 ha.
This is M-Dog 20, Matt Cross. We're in Cleveland, Ohio, and you were checking out Beyond the Ring with my man, Big T. Thank you, man. Big T.
Hello, this is EC3 of TNA Wrestling, and you are so very fortunate because you are watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the bad boy Joey Janela, and you're watching Beyond the Ring 8 out